Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we are celebrating Victory Monday. That is 10 wins out of 11 weeks. 10-1 record is the best record in football. So hold your head up high, Eagle fans. Don't let nobody tell you that you are not the number one team in the NFL because until proven otherwise, we are the best. Today, we're going to go over the defense, but we'll save that for the end, except for our new guy, Blankenship. But I want to get into the offense, the NFC East in its totality. And A.J. Brown was sick. Did you see the eye? A blood vessel popped? We talk about it all next.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? Voice still a little messed up, but we getting there. I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast. And today, we got a lot to get into. But before we do that, Eagle Nation, can I ask y'all a favor? Help your boy out. Hit that like button. 10-1 feels good. It just feels great. Subscribe, ding the bell, so you know when we drop these videos or go live. Y'all were going crazy in the play-by-play. Love the 40 burger. Some of y'all called the 40 burger too. Check the link in the description. One of the best live chats, the Chalkboard app. It's free for Android users or iPhone users. Over 430 great Eagle fans in there. We chop it up 24/7. Let's get into it. And I want to start with one piece of the defense, and then we're going to use or talk about the defense at the end. But Blankenship, when I just think about what he did last night, I just say, sheesh. Can't really get one of them in there with the voice right now. But I mean, the way he was hitting, where he was at, the interception he got on Aaron Rodgers was not just, oops, it fell into my lap type interception. That was a play making interception if I ever seen one. Now, he did take a bad angle on Christian Watson. Again, undrafted rookie, a little wet behind the ears. But we do not have an update on C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Actually, the update is that there is no update on C.J. Gardner-Johnson, so who knows how long, and it looks like Kavon Wallace got some time. He made some good plays too, but Blankenship got to go. I wondered why. I'm not saying I was mad at all, and he proved to be a crucial part for the defense for one of them 2 turnovers when we needed it because the Packers were driving. They had a chance to go up, and Blankenship said no. Shout out to him. Again, I'll speak more on him when we get to the defense, but I want to talk about this offense real quick. And just the fact that people are talking about Jalen Hurts throwing for 150 yards, blah, 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 blah. Look at this. Jalen Hurts had a combined 310 total yards and 2 passing touchdowns. And oh, by the way, the passing touchdown to Quez Watkins was a beautiful back shoulder throw. Now, I will admit this. I said it in the live play-by-play. This was one game where Jalen got a little bit too antsy in the pocket. Not every possession, but throughout this year, he has taken big steps and strides with his pocket awareness, his anticipation to move around the pocket, and just throwing in general. He's made so many strides, and he's continued to do it. But there were some ants in the pants in the pocket, bailing out a little bit. That was due to some poor blocking at times. But at the end of the day, when push came to shove, he got it done throwing and running. But again, 310 total yards. The Eagles' offense had over 500 yards of total offense. Miles Sanders with a career high 21 carries, not the carries career high, but 147 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. But people are talking about this Eagles offense as blah, blah, overrated. 500 yards, whether it's all passing, all rushing, a mixture of both, is not easy to do in the NFL. And it was done. It was done. You got to understand that this offense proves once again that you can win multiple ways. I think this offense goes to the extremes way too many times. We're either throwing the ball way too much, running the ball way too much. There's been times when throwing it way too much worked. Look at the Steelers game. Look at the Vikings game. Now there's been times where running the ball way too much worked. Look at the Jags game. Look at the game we just watched versus the Packers. We had 250 plus on the Jags, 300 plus on the uh, Packers. That being said, cool. I just want to go into some games too where you are balanced, a little bit more passing, but still running the ball. Now, Jalen had 17 carries. He himself had 157 yards. Crazy game. Crazy game. But that just shows that when you play this Eagles team in games that matter, when it's cold and right now it looks like it's going to be in Philly, brr, you're going to have to be very aware of the run game. And just like that, A.J. Brown now 6, Dallas Goddard's back, Devontae Smith there, dot, 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 because you're selling out to stop the run. And we've seen the Packers sell out, and they still couldn't stop it. That HB draw, I mean, that quarterback draw is going to be something that teams are praying they don't get done to them because it's like too hard. They put the spy there. You saw what Jalen did. He made him look stupid. This offense, although I still want to throw more, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't want Jalen to take them hits, though. What I'm saying is the perfect offense, I think, is the offense that you're still throwing the ball 60%, but running a heavy 40%. I think with the Eagles, it's, 80-20 or 30, 80-20 throw the ball or 30-70 run the ball. There's no in between, and I think that's what we got to try to strive for. Now, when I pull this up, this is the odds to win the NFC East. Eagles sit at minus 350, the best odds. Then you got the Cowboys at plus 275. Cowboy fans are betting on it, praying and hoping, but they going to just lose money. Giants plus 6,600 and Washington plus 1,500. Washington is winning games. Since they beat us, they won a couple games. Wentz might not get his job back. If the playoffs were today, all four teams in the NFC East would be in the playoffs. Eagles, first round bye, everything come through Philly. Cowboys, Giants, Washington, in that order. First, second, and third wild card. There is 3 wild cards now. That's why there's an opportunity to have the whole division in because this is the best division in the NFC. We'll see if the Giants fall off with all their injuries, but I did want to touch on that. Speaking of the Cowboys, who look to be one of our biggest threats in the NFC, let's be honest. The Vikings are still a threat. The Niners are becoming a threat, and the Cowboys are. When I say threat, that don't mean I believe these teams are better than us, but these are the 3 teams that pose a challenge. And any given Sunday, they can have their best game. We can have our worst game in a playoff scenario, and things don't go our way. So we got to watch out for them 3 teams. However, the concept for Cowboy fans is just too hard to grasp. So I tweeted this: 10-1 is greater than 8-3. It's really that simple. But we are talking about Cowboy fans trying to understand something that you would think a normal person gets. Just not them. They just not quite there yet. But it's okay. Maybe December 24th, or maybe in the playoffs, they will be where we are. And I can't wait for that day to happen. Speaking of A.J. Brown, before we flip to the defense, he was MIA again for most of the game. Now, he did have some crucial catches, some yak. He did have a touchdown. He recovered it, but another fumble. And I said this immediately to you guys in the live play-by-play, and I said this on Twitter. A.J. Brown, 2 fumbles in 2 games. He can't do that. Unacceptable to lose the ball like that. But then I found out that this happened. A.J. Brown was so sick, he lost 7 pounds and popped a blood vessel in his eye from puking so much. Now, should he have been out there? Maybe not. You got to give the guy credit for fighting. Now, against the Colts, he got hurt. No, at Colts, he just fumbled. It was a bad game. Against Washington, he was banged up with an ankle injury. So an ankle injury against Washington, not many yards. Just out of his element in the Colts, fumbles the ball. And now this time he tried, and he did get a touchdown. He did make some crucial plays. But without Dallas Goddard and without A.J. Brown, maybe that's why the coaching staff leaned on that heavy, heavy run game. But it worked, so it is what it is. This team can run the ball with the best and throw the ball with the best. So you're going to see different landscapes depending on what's working that day and what the defense can't stop. But I just want to say I was a little too hard on AJ Brown. With me now knowing that this is what he was going through, I do cut him some slack. I still will say this 1K always open. I need to see for the remainder of the year when you are healthy that we see the first 1 through 6 weeks of AJ Brown playing for the Eagles. Because week 1 through 6, he was elite, and he still is. It just hasn't shown up through the last 3 games. One banged up ankle, another one he was MIA, and this one he was sick slash everything was going wrong upstairs, puking so much that pops for a guy who was calling the game sick a little bit. I would not want to be out there in Philly playing a game of football 7 pounds later, I all messed up, and who knows what he was really going through. So shout out to him. But going forward, I need to see that AJ Brown that we all know and love. And I know you got it. I know you got it in you. Like I said, the offense was terrific in my eyes. Were we a little run heavy? Sure. Will that happen again? Sure, if a team can't stop it. But I think that we have to strive for being more balanced, and that will only make the runs pop more, the passes pop more, open down the field, this, that, and the third. And mind you, we are going to get CJ Garner Johnson back, hopefully. We are going to get Dallas Goedert back, Jordan Davis back, Avante Maddox back. Now, hopefully, we don't lose nobody else because who knows what's around the corner. Not going to fake wood. But the offense was great. Now, to end with the defense, yes, I'm upset with what Jonathan Gannon did for the 3 quarters. I understand the bend don't break defense at the end of the game when you have a 2 possession game. You can't let your players take a bad angle. And I did go back and look at the play. The play that they took a bad angle on, he left them out there to die. It was a bad scheme, bad call for that play, even in the bend don't break scheme. But 3 quarters, he was getting beat up again. Wasn't throwing in the right run packages through my eyes. Players got to make tackles too. AJ Dillon is a big guy. But I do want to talk about the special teams because that was putrid. Look at some of the drives that the Packers started with that our defense had to defend. We're talking about short field, talk about 1, 2, or maybe 3 short fields due to special team kickoff returns. Another short field for not being able to get 2 QB sneaks. You need 1 yard, you got 2 tries. They started on the 36-yard line there. They started on the 40-yard line twice and the 50-yard line once. So it was short field after short field after short field. Still, I need Gannon with the talent on defense to go out there and get crucial stops. I don't like 33 points scored on us. A combination of love and whatever's left of Rodgers. Yes, it was prime time. Yes, he was looking pretty good, but still, I've said this from day one. When Avante Maddox ain't here, Cannon always calls this defense even more scared than he's been. And I think that's an honest statement. I want to see more when Avante Maddox gets back, but we'll see. That being said, we have to be more consistent on defense. We have to show that we can put up points, but this team has just won games on the extreme opposites. You're talking about defense do all the work, offense wins, 10-point comeback in the 4th quarter over a Colts team that was gritty that game, 17-6. Then we come out the next week and the defense allows 33, but the offense put up 40. It goes to show if we play a team that we need to put 40 on, we can do it. If we need to play a team where every possession is maximized, we can do it. We can run, we can throw, we can defend the run. I'm hoping once everything gets figured out, we can defend the pass, we can win in different style football games. All that being said, 10-1 is 10-1. We're going to be breaking this game down throughout the week because I like some of the good things and I want to talk about some of the bad things. We will be doing the All 22 live. It doesn't come out till Wednesday because it was a Sunday night game, so we'll see what time we do that. LB just hit me up about 25 minutes before I started recording this talking about you want to do GOAT Talk tonight. So GOAT Talk should be at 8:30 tonight. Hopefully you stayed here long enough. The real so the real stayed here long enough to hear this. 14 minutes in. And just for GP, if you are here at the 14-minute mark, well, it's actually 14 minutes and 50-second minute mark. Well, 14 minutes and 50-second mark. Put a Just don't even say nothing. Just put the strong arm, the muscle emoji. I'll see it and I'll peep that you are one of the people that watched to the very end. Leave your thoughts in the comments section, Eagle Nation. I love hearing from you guys and gals. Make sure you hit that like button. It's free, it's easy, it don't cost a thing. Shout out to the one Kizzy who hit the like button last night. Turn that bell on so you know when these videos drop. And we'll be back, I guess, 8:30 at night. Go talk. Peace.